This video is a quick demo of JinnHire end-to-end automation capabilities. We'll cover the following flow in this demo. Automatic fetching of requirements from VMS. So we have a capability where a requirement is populated in a vendor management system. JinnHire can automatically pull that requirement into JinnHire platform. Either it can do it automatically, which is basically scheduled every 20 minutes, or if the account manager feels that he wants it now, he has an option to press a button and he can pull that requirement into the system. The second one we will see here is once the requirements are automatically pulled into JinnHire platform, they get assigned to the recruiters based on the load of the recruiter basically, right? That is second one we'll see. And after that we'll see that JinnHire platform will actually fetch the resumes in the warehouse for the requirement which got fetched from VMS. So basically any resumes which match the requirement will be automatically fetched and are given to the recruiter. Here, if the resumes are not enough as per the requirement, or we need more resumes, or there are no resumes in warehouse, there is a request which is sent to Autopilot. Autopilot is a service which will actually connect to the job boards and pull the resumes which match the requirement from the job boards. In our case we use Naukri. So once we'll see that the resumes gets pulled from job boards as well as from the warehouse. Warehouse is the internal database to the recruiter, but even at this point recruiter has no work to do as such. Once the resumes are pulled, automatically call goes to all the candidates who are qualified, who actually match the requirement, and we'll see that the call goes to one candidate in our demo, and once he answers all the questions, we'll match those questions answers with the validations we have for that particular requirement, which is also automatically done. And if the validations match, then we actually move that particular resume or the candidate into a stage called candidate suitable. Only the candidates who are suitable will be seen by the recruiter, and recruiter can make the call to do a final validation, ask other questions, and process the resume, which actually gets automatically again populated back to the vendor management system. So here this is a semi-automatic configuration. In a fully automatic configuration, we actually can configure call flow manager in such a way that there is a second call which goes and asks other questions for validation, or even multiple 3, 4, whatever it is, based on the need of the tenant, and tenant can configure it as he wants, and based on that the other calls will go and automatically the resume gets populated at VMS without intervention of the recruiter. But we don't recommend it right now because there are a lot of awareness which has to go into about the automatic calling that is happening around. So that's the flow. Basically we'll show that end to end, right from fetching the requirement all the way up to populating the resume back to VMS. Everything can be done automatically is what we are going to show in this demo. Okay, without wasting any more time, let's go and check the demo. Log into JinnHire as account manager. To the left you'll see a menu in which we have something called requirements. Click on the requirements and go to list of requirements. What we are going to show now is we can automatically pull the requirements from the vendor management system. So you see that there are 540 requirements in the system currently, and we'll try to find out one particular requirement which just got populated in VMS, so which ends with 2013. That requirement is not there. So we'll go to account management and accounts, and we'll search for Dell account, and we'll press a sync button to sync the requirements from the VMS of Dell. In this case, the VMS is fieldless. So once we have done that, we'll go back and check the number of requirements which are present in the system now in the JinnHire platform, and we'll see that there are 541 in number. So the new requirement got pulled from the VMS and got assigned to a recruiter called Harshini. So you can see that Harshini, once she logs in, she'll find that the requirement is there with her, and you'll also see the different values like source, which is autopilot, call preference, and all are automatically populated, and automatic assignment happened to Harshini, who reports to Kazim here. You further scroll down and you'll see there are different stages for the profiles, and if you go to all stages, you'll find that there are resumes which are automatically pulled from warehouse. So these are the resumes which are there in the warehouse of the system of the tenant, and they match the requirement, so they're already pulled. And you go to a particular resume and you find that there are different questions which are automatically populated for that particular requirement, and these questions are asked to the candidate by the robot. You see two in red. These are the questions which are removed by the account manager, and they'll be asked by the recruiter when doing the final validation. We don't want too many questions to be asked by the robot. That gets they get bored, basically. That's the idea. Now you go to autopilot dashboard, and we'll see that there are two requirements in autopilot, and autopilot has already, the requirement has already gone to autopilot, and it pulled two resumes. One is Srinivas and one is Usman, and it actually pulled it from the Naukri. So these are synced back to Sherpa. Sherpa is a UI or the application which actually is integrated with JinnHire. Now you'll see that the call has gone automatically because the resume is pulled to this particular gentleman. We'll hear the call and we'll talk about the next steps later.
Good evening. My name is Pallavi and I am a recruitment robot built at Nexi Labs. I am recently commissioned, hence would request you to pardon me for any errors. This call is to discuss a position open with our customer EMC. If selected, you will be employed with Nexi Labs and will be deployed at EMC on contract in Bengaluru. Are you interested in contract position with EMC? Press 1 for yes and please answer some more questions so that I can process your profile with EMC. Have you worked on SharePoint 2010 or 2013 or 2016? Press 1 for yes and 0 for no. Got it. Thank you. How about experience in SharePoint Online? Press 1 for yes and 0 for no.
Did you also work on experience in Microsoft
Power Automate or MS Flow? Press 1 for yes and 0 for no.
Did you work on experience of SharePoint
on-premise to SharePoint Online migration using Metalogics and ShareGate and AppPoint tools? Press 1 for yes and 0 for no.
Please do call back.
If you have any queries, please do call back. Thanks you very much for your time and patience. I will process your resume with EMC. My boss, who is a human, will get in touch with you if there are any further clarifications required. You were great to speak. Again, I am Pallavi, the first recruitment robot. Have a nice day.
So the candidate in this case has accepted, and he has said that he has all the needed requirements. That's the reason the candidate's candidature, the resume, is moved to suitable stage. So basically automatically you'll see that candidate suitable has this guy Anand with whom we just spoke, and we see that answers he has given is all yes, 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 and he has also given his current CTC and all those things. We have cut that in the audio because the length is too much. So he has answered all these things, and two of them they are not answered, which are in red because the questions are not asked to him. And the recruiter, when he processes this candidature, will ask those questions and update the resumes. That's the idea. So okay to process the stage we'll go with, and we need to give some preferred name and all if it is required. The actual names are given. If there is some preferred name, we just give it as a just for us to understand. And some of the values which we didn't pick from the call we can add here. Current cities and all are automatically populated, so we don't have to worry about all those things. And if there are any other files to be processed, we can add those evaluation forms and all those things. So if there is any other information like candidate is very positive or any other remarks the recruiter has to make, they can be done here. We can use that in our future data analysis. We use the data for various other things. So we see all the questions are answered automatically. We get them all here, except for the last two, which the recruiter will call and ask the guy and populate them here. If this is semi-automatic system, if it is automatic system, we can have another call, or we can have a one big call. Generally we don't recommend it, where we can ask all these questions also, and we can automatically submit it to the VMS. The moment we update it, it gets automatically updated in Fieldglass in our case. So we'll log into Fieldglass and look for the requirement and see that our resume is already uploaded into Fieldglass. So by this, what we're actually trying to do is, what we're trying to show here is end to end, right from when the requirement gets populated in VMS all the way up to the resumes getting uploaded into the VMS. Everything is automatic except for the last one, where we wantedly, in our company at least, we wanted to make sure that we have a final word by a real person. So you see that Srinivasan is updated here. So if the whole process matures, we can actually have a robot doing the final check as well, and multiple calls and probably evaluations also, and we can automatically upload the resume. That's the thing. Thank you.